Hi, my name is Francis Wade over here at Two Time Labs. And another one of the questions that we get asked by time management consultants and time clutter coaches is, how do I get more clients? How can I get more business? And our answer is to go back to your original profession and use the circle of trust that you developed before you got interested in time management as a helping professional. Now, the reason we can say that with some confidence is that, as far as we know, there are no graduate programs or undergraduate programs in time management. You didn't come into this field straight from completing your undergraduate degree or a graduate degree. You came from another field before you came into the field of time management. And in that prior field, in your prior life or prior career, you have developed a set of relationships. People who know you as a professional, who trust you and your capabilities to get certain kinds of jobs done. Maybe you even had clients, maybe even clients that you build. Maybe you still have them. As a professional organizer, for example, you may have clients that you work with on their physical clutter or the layout of their office, for example. And this group of people is actually the best place for you to begin. So we recommend you actually start with that group that you already trust. Now, that's not to say that it's easy to convert a set of clients or professionals who know you in one particular light to this very new way of thinking about you. And so one of the things that we do not recommend that you do is that you approach them and say, listen, Bob, I've noticed that you are always late. You complain about not having enough time. You say that your life is lacking balance. I think you have a time management problem and I could help you. So Bob is very likely to reject you right out of hand. Why? Well, even though the symptoms are all there, a couple of things. One is that in many professionals' minds, the idea of learning time management is something that should have happened way back earlier in their career, say way back when they were 18 or 19. It's a little bit like, been there, got the t-shirt, already did that. And to suggest that I haven't mastered a very basic skill that I think I already have, I know a thing or two about, and I could actually teach a program maybe, is for some insulting. And to jump right into an assessment or a judgment that something is wrong with their time management skills, oftentimes it doesn't work. You're on much safer ground if you stick to the symptoms. So as you observe the symptoms, I'm talking about mostly real symptoms. Like, for example, a client that has an inbox of 10,000 email items and they're unable to find the right items at the right time. Or they're always running a half an hour late and developing a bit of a reputation as someone who's never on time. Those are what I call real factual symptoms, as opposed to how they might feel, which is, for example, time pressured. Just the feeling of time pressure doesn't show up in the real world as a physical, tangible problem. So focus on real symptoms. And at some point, you might want to have a conversation with your friend, Bob, and say, notice that your inbox, you're running late for meetings, you don't have time to balance your life because you haven't been to the gym in a very long time. And, just list out the symptoms and say, I actually have been working on a method for dealing with that. Are you interested in hearing more about it? And they would say, well, yeah. Now, you may not mention the term time management. What you're talking about is the symptoms. And you may also share with your client that, so what happens to most of us is that we develop a time management system or a method made up of repetitive behaviors. We develop it at some point in our teens or early 20s, young adulthood. And it works fine for a long time. And at some point in our careers, the number of time demands coming into that system overwhelms it and things start falling through the cracks. Now, it could be driven by, for example, having a baby. It could be moving from one job to the other, getting a promotion, whatever it might be. But all of a sudden, there are more time demands than the system that you developed when you were 18 years old was designed to handle. And you might ask them, if that idea resonates any at all, would you like some help in alleviating these symptoms? Upgrading your methods so that they are a match for the life that you now have, not the one that you used to have. And if the client, potential client, likes what they hear so far, you might say, good, why don't I help you with that? And you may even offer to go a step further and say, above and beyond just the single upgrade, why don't I teach you and show you how to upgrade your system over and over again in the future, so that whenever new technology comes along, your boss throws a new project in your lap, whatever the life change might be, you know how to take your system from where it is today, where it's balanced with the number of time demands coming at it, to a new point where it can handle a whole nother level of time demands. In other words, you offer to teach your client how to do their own upgrades and tell them doing the first upgrade is just the beginning. Competent professionals know how to flexibly alter and change their methods to suit the circumstances. So I'd like to offer you some more information on our unique methods for improving your skills as a time management coach, a time clutter consultant, professional organizer, a trainer, therapist. We're actually producing a special report and our intention is to dramatically improve your skills in working with your clients on their time management issues. So there's a link that you'll see in this video, and it's also somewhere on this page. Access that link, you'll be able to sign up for that special report, and please refer this video and the link to any of your colleagues who are also in the profession. Take care, and I'll see you in the other videos in the series.